Hello and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX. As part of ham radio's oldest ham radio magazine on the air, This Week in Amateur Radio. I'm Bill, AJ8B. If you're watching this on YouTube, the text of this will be included in the show notes, so you won't have to take notes about URLs or dates, times, and call signs. Let's start with a press release from the Northern California DX Foundation, the NCDXF, and this was dated 16 April. In April 2021, the NCDXF announced the creation of the NCDXF D-Excellence Award to be given to the outstanding D-Expedition of the previous 12 months. This award is intended to recognize excellence in a D-Expedition that received funding from NCDXF, as exemplified by its practices, ethics, management, transparency, impact upon the DXing community, and lastly, exhibited fun. The winner of the award is determined by the NCDXF Board of Directors. The board considered several factors, including performance, complexity of the DXpedition, the impact on Club Log's most wanted rankings, among others. Especially important are activities associated with supporting local humanitarian and educational needs. At our annual Board of Directors meeting at the IDXC in Visalia last weekend, we voted on this year's award and decided that the two DXpeditions each deserved one. The following presentations were made. Number one, the N5J Jarvis DXpedition received the NCDXF D-Excellence Award at the IDXC banquet for their successful 100% rig-in-a-box or rib operation on Jarvis Island. The 3 Delta 2 Yankee Rotuma Youth DXpedition received the NCDXF D-Excellence Award at the IDXC DX Forum. Their support of youth with a host of youth remote operators was very impressive. The NCDXF looks forward to DXpeditions this year that may qualify for the next award to be given in 2026. We are hopeful that many DXpeditions will be funded by NCDXF and will qualify for this award. As a side note, the mission of the NCDXF is to provide necessary financial support for well-organized DXpeditions to desirable DXCC entities and to support advances in DXpeditioning skills, technology, and infrastructure. Those funds come from the contribution of our supporters in the DX community. Your contributions will help make DX happen. If you'd like more information, you can check out their website, which is ncdxf.org. And this was respectfully submitted by Craig Thompson, K9CT, NCDXF Vice President. So congratulations to both N5J and 3 Delta 2 Yankee for well-deserved recognition. If you've been with me the past several weeks, you know that I am trying to focus on those entities that will be available in the next week. There's so much data to sift through that I thought a focus on the next 7 days might be helpful. Here's what should be on in the coming week. This information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the DailyDX, the WeeklyDX, and the How's DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the DailyDX, your only source of real-time DX information, just drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com. LA0CW, Oeystein, is back in Papua New Guinea and his QRV is P29CW. He has a rotational schedule of 4 weeks on duty followed by 4 weeks off. So you may not catch him for a while, but when he's active, he'll be real active. So good luck with that. P29 is a great catch. Look for JE1HXZ Mitsu to be operating as JD1 PBG from Ogasawara Islands from now till May 5th. He will be running 50 watts into a vertical, dipole, and loop for activity on 160 through 6 meters. Mitsu will be on CW, sideband, RIDI, FT8, and FT4. QSL via LOTW or direct to JE1HXZ. DL2SBY, Casimir, with his 5 Hotel 1 Kilo Bravo call sign, vacations at a large hotel in Tanzania until May 1st, and we'll get on the air with some time. Plus, we'll look for a good QTH for a 2026 visit. Emphasizing 6 meters, he's hoping for a room on the north side of the hotel. He hopes for a wide balcony and good conditions. Next year, he hopes he can rent a house and set up larger antennas and spend more time there. Remo HB9 SHD is doing a 4-wheel drive trip to June 15th and says, quote, "My time on the air will be limited. From Windhoek, Namibia, driving south and turning north along the coast to Estotia and finally ending up in Botswana. His call sign will be V51 stroke HB9 SHD, and he'll have a Yaesu FT891 40 through 6 meters, sideband and digital, with a Highfeld JPC12 antenna. He does not plan any paper QSLs, but will confirm QSOs on LOTW. And this, my friends, is the big DX news of the week. After multiple attempts since 2018 to obtain permits to visit Marion Island and operate from there, Eurus, Whale 2 GM, has finally received permission. He is currently on board the ship MVSA Agaltha, which departed from Cape Town, South Africa, heading towards Marion Island. Eurus will operate from Marion Island at ZS Zulu Sierra 8 Whiskey between April 25th and May 16th. ZS8 is ranked number 11 on Club Log's DXCC Most Wanted list. Eurus will be on Marion Island as a radio engineer and member of the SANAP Station Communication Equipment Maintenance Team and stay there for the period during this year's annual supply replenishment and exchange of overwinning personnel at the station. He may be active on all modes from 160 to 6 meters. Equipment will include 2 FT891s and 1 SPE Expert linear amplifier. Eurus will be using an 18-meter high vertical with a capacity hat for 160, 80, 40, and 3 meters, along with beverages for receive on the low bands. Additionally, a spider beam will be used on 20 through 10 meters, a DX Commander vertical for 40 through 10 meters, and a 5-element Yagi on 6 meters. Split operation will always be used. Yari will listen on CW up 1 or more, and on 160 he will listen down 2 for Japan. On sideband, he'll be listening up 5 or more. Eurus is a great operator, and if you can get this one in the log, this is a 1 every 20 or 25 year event. So this is worth taking a day off. So I hope you get them. And if you do, let me know. F5RAV has the C5LT call sign, and YT3PL has the C5R call sign for operations from the Gambia. They are QRV now until May 2nd. They will use CW sideband and FT8, FT4 on on HF 6 meters and satellite. QSL C5LT direct to F5RAV and C5R via YU5R. Logs will be uploaded to Club Log. And I should pause at this point and tell you I'm really struggling with allergies tonight. So if it doesn't sound the same quality, I apologize for that in advance. We have an update from the Galapagos Islands. HD8G has had internet issues, so they decided to update Club Log just once a day. Leaderboards and live streams may be discontinued. They operated from 2 different sites during their second day, 4 stations. 2 of them were on 24 hours a day, HF and 6. A third had problems, and a fourth is only doing satellites with the op PV8DX. And when all 4 are on the air, the voltage drops significantly, affecting all of them. On this 4th day, we have already drawn some conclusions about what works and what doesn't, what can be improved and what can't be improved. Unfortunately, the internet problem is beyond our reach, and we can't solve it. We can only look at the glass half full and be thankful that we can still send our ADIF logs twice a day to Club Log. I hope this can motivate those who consult the leaderboard on a regular basis. These are the things these guys run into that we just don't think about, and we take for granted they're going to be there and they're going to work us and crank it out. But boy, it's really a challenge, I'll tell you. Finally, today we managed to set up the inverted L antenna for 160 meters and the sloper antennas for 60 meters. We couldn't have had a better surprise. On the first night with these antennas, we had many contacts on 60 meters in FT8 and the first contacts on 160 meters, especially with North America. We hope to increase our contacts in the coming days on the lower bands, especially 60 meters, 80 meters, and 160, considering the number of operators who ask us to operate on those bands. A team led by multiple Croatian hams will be active from Tuvalu Island in the Austral Island chain from April 25th through May 7th. They have booked their flights and accommodations and received the special call sign Tango X-Ray 9 Alpha, which has been accredited by the ARL DXCC desk. Their de-expedition goals include using human modes as much as possible, operating 2 transmitters at the same time, monitoring the 50 megahertz band, and utilizing various antennas for different bands. Internet and electricity should be stable. QSL cards can be requested via DK8ZZ through Clublog OQRS or directly to DK8ZZ's address. As I've been saying, if you haven't worked these guys, you haven't turned on your rig. Here's an update from the VP2VI guys in the Virgin Islands. After 14 days, they've had 148,400 QSOs with 32,900 unique call signs, and they have 3.5 days to go. Propagation was better today. Not yet the same as in the beginning, but we were able to produce some good rates on the high bands at peak times. There was a decent 6-meter opening between North America and South America today, but we were sitting in the middle, so it didn't really benefit us. Local weather has improved too, and the waves are down to normal bathtub waves, end quote. Yesterday, we met Walker, K5ARP, who lives on the island. He has a drone and made a few still pictures of us from the air. If I can find some time, I will work on them and provide it to you via the web. It will be our last try in this area to reach VKZL on 160. With 1,400 plus CW contacts in the log on 160, it seems we have given a fair chance to all 160-meter enthusiasts. In the coming days, we will use the 160-meter radio setup on different bands after 0600 Zulu when Europe is in full daylight. The most recent DX Mentor YouTube episode is available this weekend. Alex, K6VHF, was the guest. Alex talked about everything from the world records that he holds to his work with SETI, his Deep Space Exploration Society work, his DX and de-expeditioning activities, as well as his participation in the bouncing signals off of Venus activities. You should give it a listen. He's a real Renaissance guy. You can always check out the DX Mentor Facebook page to keep tabs on what is current and what is coming. I know that the ARL contest sheet is available elsewhere, and the contests that I mention are sometimes redundant with that. However, there are a few contests that I have found to be especially useful for DXers who are trying to fill band slots or to get entities or zones in the log that they may otherwise not get. The next contest that I will be participating in is the 1010 Spring DX contest on the weekend of May 3rd and May 4th. The exchange is your 1010 number, if you have one, name, and call sign. If you don't have one, it's 0. This is a fun way to rack up QSOs on 10 meters and potentially work some new DX and fill band slots. And don't forget, for a good 4 or 5 years, 10 meters isn't even available to us due to sunspots. So if you can work it now and take it while it's hot. Please send me an email if you need any details of this or anything we've talked about previously. And by the way, my 1010 number is 24008 from back in the 70s. Until next week, this is Bill, AJ8B, saying 7-3, and thanks to my ex-wife Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-ups. Have a great DX week.